All right, guys, this is another time we are here at this Prime Hour Media, Prime Hour TV. I'm your host, Wasonga Matthew. As you all know that in Kenya, every 5 years, we go into election. And in the next 1 year or so, it will come around 13 months, we'll be going to the poll to elect a new set of leadership from MCA all the way to the president. And today, for the very first time, with me is the former presidential running mate of Mheshimiwa Mwangi wa Iria, Mheshimiwa Alfayo Tuke. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much.
This Prime Hour Media.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
I'm grateful to be here. Yeah, thank you.
Karibu. Now, guys, before we continue, before I ask my guest, if you are watching this for the very first time, please, I will beseech you to subscribe, like, share, so that at least as a way of supporting us, we can reach many people. Mheshimiwa.
Yes, please.
You declared your bid for the Senate, Kajiado County.
True.
Why do you think you should be voted in as a senator?
First of all, I've looked at the qualification for senator.
Okay.
In Kajiado,
yes,
or in Kenya, for example.
Okay.
And I've seen I qualify.
Okay. You qualify in terms of academic qualification?
No.
Or in terms of quality qualification?
No, they're quite, yes, of course, academic qualification. I'm well educated.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and to doctorate level.
Okay.
So I do believe strongly that on that end, I'm well equipped.
Okay.
Number two, I'm a citizen of this Republic of Kenya, who has gone through our constitution and understood what is required for leadership.
Okay.
I do currently stay in Kajiado. I've been in Kajiado as a resident for the last 25 years.
Okay.
All my kids have been born here and they live here.
So your kids are naturally...
They are Kajiado people.
They are Kajiado
They
people.
don't know any home.
Yes.
So when we vie knowing that all our life is here, everything is here.
Yes.
And essentially, I have seen there's a gap that I want to do something about it.
When you say there is a gap,
yes,
as a senator, how will you ensure that there is accountability in the use of county funds? Because Kajiado County is one of the counties that have been raising so many questions in terms of misuse of public resources. Okay? Those even, I was looking at a report of the recent, and you realize that a very small percentage of the funds that come from the national government and our revenue goes to the development of Kajiado County. As a senator, if given a chance to oversight the county government of Kajiado as the senator, what will you do to ensure that there is accountability?
Yeah, first of all, the reason why I want to vie as a senator for Kajiado, I've looked at the previous senators we have had here, and seen that immediately they win an election, they go and coalesce around the governor, making it difficult for an oversight function to be carried out.
Okay.
Now, if the Kajiado people would agree with me and become their senator, this will come to an end. There will be no coalescing again around the governor.
Okay.
The governor will be allowed to perform and actually deliver for people of Kajiado. One of the things you need to know is that recently there was a report which you referred to, Kajiado County Development Project.
Yes.
The performance was zero. It was one of the lowest in Kenya.
Actually, it was less than 10%.
Yes, in the entire republic.
Yeah.
That means even if the governor is not doing his part, equally the senator is asleep. One thing that I would like to do as a senator is to bring accountability to the people.
Okay.
To start with, I will educate, empower the people to carry out the function of accountability. Number two, I have a forum at the Senate.
Okay.
I will be able to use the Senate to make sure that the accountability for the sources that I have looked for at the Senate for Kajiado is well taken care of. Two, I will also liaise with other leaders.
Okay.
I will not work alone.
Okay.
I'll work with members of county assembly who, together with the senator women rep and actually the governor
Yes.
make a leadership of the county.
Okay.
So that we can again come up with a strategic plan where we are able to do accountability for resources that are available in the county.
Okay.
Number 4, I would also encourage members of county assembly actually to do audit at their level, because they have a forum at the county assembly which they can also interrogate the performance. Indeed, in the constitution, it's one of their mandates.
They cannot interrogate the performance of the governor.
Yes, by oversighting the governor.
Yes.
So I will encourage them as a senator to do their functions well.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, there is this character whereby you realize that governors,
Yes.
after serving their 2 terms in office,
Yes.
they come back to vie as senator. Because this one does not allow it, okay, it is not against our constitution. But as a leader, if let's say during a tenure of a governor, there was misuse of funds, and now the same governor has really come up and vied as a senator and may be elected as a senator, how do you think, will this governor really oversight himself and ask himself the question of the misuse of funds? And as a leader, is it something that we should encourage as Kenyans?
I do not know about any current governor perhaps seeking for a position of senator here.
But there were former governors who are elected senators.
All right, I agree. My position about this is this. First of all, the Constitution of Kenya allows them to vie as senators.
Yes.
But morally, it's not right.
Yeah.
Because this is a person who has served as the CEO of the county, and perhaps some questions have been raised during his reign as governor. When he proceeds to become a senator, basically what people will think quickly is that he's going to safeguard what he has already done. And of course, what he has done is not looking good to the county. So the interest of maybe former governors running for a senatorial position is not attractive. It is something that Kenyan people need to look at and look at the record first of all, the governor. If he performed well during his time, there's no problem. He can also be given a chance as senator.
But if he didn't perform,
But if he didn't
are you saying that that will be determined by the performance of the
Yes,
governor?
the performance of the governor. If the people feel like they really need you around,
Yes.
you delivered very well. They could like to keep you around so that you can maintain status quo. But if you performed dismally, you rooted the county, corruption was at the peak, there was nothing good we can associate you with as a governor, then you should be in jail.
Okay.
Not in the Senate.
You should be in jail, not in the Senate.
Yes.
Now, Kajiado County is one of the MAR counties. As a senator, what is your plan for protecting, Masai, the land and the cattle, okay? What will you do as a senator to protect their land rights and also give room for development and investors?
Good. That's a very beautiful question. I do understand.
Without them feeling threatened that maybe when these people come, they will grab our land.
All right.
And the land issues has always been a very serious question in the country.
All right. I am very clear in my mind that I have not come to grab land in Kajiado.
Okay.
And I will not allow anyone to come and take advantage of the tranquility, the joy that the indigenous community has been given.
Okay.
But I'm alive to the fact that question you have asked is very sensitive.
Okay.
The Maasai community for a long time, even nationally, their land has been taken without compensation. And we have not seen a strong defense from the Maasai leadership seeking to get space that belongs to Maasais. So if they cannot do it, others can do it. And that's why I'm vying, knowing that I will protect the interests of the indigenous Maasais to start with, and then the interest of the urbanized Kajiado members, who include the communities that have migrated to Kajiado County. So I have got two things that I will do. First of all, to take care of the interests of indigenous community, which is the Maasai, and then take equally interest for the urbanized community, which has moved to Kajiado.
And talking of urbanized community, Kajiado County is one of the fast growing counties in terms of urbanization and cosmopolitan areas. What will you do to ensure that this is managed? Okay, the urban areas within the county is well managed. Do you have any policies taking into account that you've been here for a very longest, for 25 years. And also just to answer and to add to that question, one of the challenges that the residents of Kajiado, both in urban centers and those in the rural areas, are facing are the water problem. There has always been a problem of water, okay, in Kajiado County. As a resident, as someone who have lived here for long, and now aspiring to represent the good people of Kajiado in Senate, what policies do you think could be put in place to ensure that there is constant flow of waters and also the urban growth is manageable?
Good.
And like what we are seeing now, if I give you an instance, here in Rongai, you'll sometimes realize that the sewage system, just for an example, is not something that we can take pride of. As a senator, what are the policies that you think should be put in place to ensure that our town will remain clean and also there is enough water for the residents of Kajiado?
I'm alive to the fact that water and sanitation is basically a devolved function.
Okay.
And as I stated earlier, the current regime and even the previous regime has not lived to its expectations.
Okay.
It is so annoying and actually obnoxious to realize that even a town like Rongai, even in Ngong, the big towns, Kitengela, they are not having sewage services. And the sewage services is a devolved function to the county. Water is a devolved function.
Yes.
What my leadership as a senator of Kajiado will do is to ensure the governor does what he should be able to do.
Okay.
If there is budget set aside for sewage, there shall be a sewage.
Okay.
And I know when I asked one of the leadership that the budget for sewage is too high, that's not the case. This county has got a lot of revenue. I would like perhaps somebody to account for billions of money that have come. I'm currently assessing how much money the county has received since inception of the new constitution in 2010, so that I make an informed opinion on what has been the challenge to the current regime before I take leadership as the senator. So one thing I will do is to ensure the governor does his work, and his work is basically to ferry water and provide sanitation service. Number two, I will also work closely with the governor on this one to ensure that we get very well wishes. We get donors. People can come and support if the cost of delivering a service like sewage is so expensive for the county. We will talk beyond the county. We will also persuade, push, and advocate with the national government to ensure that we have got enough budget to ensure the urbanized community, for example, have got decent life. It is chaos in those towns, I've told you, when it rains. It becomes chaotic, and people can catch up all manner of diseases. So this is something as leadership we will take seriously to ensure that people of Kajiado receive what is due.
Fair enough. Well said, guys. I'm here with the newly, he declared his bid and the new entrance into the Senate of Kajiado County 2027, Honorable Alfayo Ochuke, who in 2022 was the running mate of former governor of Murang'a County, Mwangi wa Iria. And he said, he's here not just to say, but to work.
And that's true.
Senate is represent the people, you represent the people at the Senate, and you work with the national government in conjunction. It is like the bridge between the county and the national government in terms of resource allocations and advocating for the people. What would be your opinion on the current state of the economy of this country?
The economy of Kenya is not doing well, Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
If you want to gauge how the economy is failing, leave alone the official statistics that is given. Ask the ordinary citizen of this country whether he's able to afford 3 meals in a day. It's very easy. You don't need to be in school to know that people are not doing well. Look at the cost of transportation between one point to another. A distance between Rongai to town in Nairobi, which is a distance of less than 20 kilometers. People are paying, grouping 200 to 250, 300 sometimes. If it rains. So those are can normal citizen afford unga, which is our staple meal in Kenya? It's simply difficult. Look at the cost of education. Many students are out here. We have seen quite a number of Harambes that we are supporting students who cannot be able, or even their parents or guardian cannot afford the school fees. Look at the health crisis.
Yeah.
We have hospitals around here. The cost of drugs, it's beyond. Kenyans are using backstreet ways to take care of their health.
Yeah.
So we can't talk of good economy when those key indicators are not performing well.
But now you said we are really experiencing high cost of living. As a senator, you not only represent or speak on behalf of the county, but you can also speak on behalf of the entire nation. How will you then address the high cost of living in terms of policy, building, and I know from your background, your academic background, how will you address the high cost of living? What will you tell the government now? This is how we can address the high cost of living so that the common mwananchi, those who you represent, and the entire nation will not feel the pinch of high cost of living.
First of all, I represent county government, and county government are scattered all over. They make it the nation, which we call Kenya.
Yeah.
I will persuade my fellow senators to erect up policies, of course, in form of bills or parliament bills, to ensure that we pass some laws that can enable the county government to basically support local food that is available locally. Because now the price of rice, the price of unga is getting beyond.
Yeah.
We can encourage people, say for example, the Luos, we enable them to fish, and we have plenty of them. We have people from Central are farmers.
Yeah.
They should be encouraged, given incentives, given fertilizer. People from Rift Valley in Kitale, where we have a bread basket. Even here in Kajiado, this land can produce a lot of them. You look at the Roitoktogether, Kimana.
Yeah.
We have been to Kimana earlier. Yeah, Isineti, there's a place there. People are using water from the river to bring up very beautiful tomatoes and onions. So we have to encourage our people to actually go to the shamba, as we encourage for good policies that can give them at least a lower cost of fertilizer and look for the markets for them. That way, we can be able to guarantee the nation on food security.
One of the challenges the youths are facing is unemployment, and as a result, this has even led to the use of goons or the misuse of youth as goons by some leaders. As a Senate, or if given an opportunity to become the next senator of Kajiado County, what are some of the practical solutions you would wish to imply or to apply so that at least we can reduce the high rate of unemployment among our youth, and if possible, we do away with this tabia goonism, among our youth? Because we've seen, you're a politician, you will go to a rally, someone will hire some youth come and disrupt your rallies. We've seen them across the country. And by the end of the day, some will lose their lives, some end up in hospitals. Okay?
You're right.
As a senator, as a leader, what are some of the policies that you think should be implemented to curb unemployment among our youth?
It is true.
Yes.
I think, Matthew, right now in Kenya we have more than 70 universities.
Okay.
Both private and public. We have numerous colleges, all of them churning out students with various qualifications. We have technical qualifications and other qualifications. These students, the rate at which they are produced from those colleges is astronomical.
Yeah.
But the rate at which they are absorbed in job places or job market is the bottleneck. There is no jobs anyway. Now, this is what I'll do as a senator. I will lobby my senators to pass a law that can compel the government to pay stipends or have salaries, a certain gauge of salaries for students who have graduated and the government has not given them jobs. It can happen. We have money in this country which is rooted. I have seen recently, I don't know the control budget, mentioning around 600 million lost. Not million, 600 billion lost in capital projects. So if we compel the government that it pays any graduate from any college and university, the government will feel the pinch and it will provide jobs for these people.
Okay.
That's one of the areas I would explore, because it is laziness to say that we can find jobs outside there for our boys and girls, but we can't create them locally. That is, I fail to understand the common sense used there. We compel the government to pay these people until they find themselves a job. This is how the government can create jobs.
Okay.
If they create good policies for investment, for example, the private sector can employ.
Yeah.
If they create, they stop corruption and destroy policing, everybody, every child who deserves to be employed would be employed. If they stop recycling, very old people who have gone beyond 60, and you still there are so many in job places. You go to Kenya and look at parastatals who are the German, people above 70 years, 60 years. When will a kid who graduated in maybe 2025, 2026 get a job? So we go for radical policies which can actually create room for our people.
For our youth.
I do not advocate for our youth to be taken out of the country for jobs. If there is anybody who needs to give them a job, let them come and pick them from here so that they can get decent jobs.
So kupeleka huko kufanya
No. Those kind of jobs they are getting, those are artisan jobs which you can easily do here.
Actually, they are unskilled jobs.
Look at the construction sites for Chinese.
Yes.
What are Chinese doing here? Some of them, I remember one aspirant president, Dr. Matiang'i, he went around and went to these sites where the Chinese are and asked one Chinese, what are you doing here? In fact, the answer was horrible. He asked the contractor, this job this guy is doing, did you go around and realize that we don't have skills so that you imported one? Those are things we need to go through and find space for our youth.
Okay.
Yes.
So that we create opportunities for our youth.
That will create opportunity for our youth. And one thing for sure, if you want to open a hotel in Kenya, did you know you need more than 16 licenses? These are nonsense that are bringing chaos here.
Yeah.
The music society will need some money from you. Kanjogu will need some money from you. The national government, there's levy for hotels, there is what. You will need a lot of things.
Yes.
These are things we need to discourage, remove them, and have one unified license, which can make
for
business.
Yeah.
Make it easier for private sector to do business. To open up Kenya, create infrastructure.
Okay.
Let people go out there and create business for themselves. Give loans to these students. Some of these graduates have skills, but they don't have capital.
Yes.
So have genuine capital, not the Hustler Fund that we heard about recently, which had no effect on the youth.
But recently the president gave the Nyota Fund. Or do you think that
how is this
a drop in our
no, the way Nyota Fund is given, to my own observation, is not the decent way or the way we should go.
Okay.
The president shouldn't, in fact, be involved directly.
Okay.
That fund should be left at the desk of the governors or even MP, because these people are closer to the people. The president is far up there. He may not know where need is. So if that thing can be devolved, like we have CDF. You know, CDF is one fund that has really performed miracles.
Yeah.
It's one thing I also advocate that it should not go away. Because that's what we can feel as citizens around our villages. We can earmark things for CDF. But this is another thing. We can't know who is benefiting and what is the criteria for somebody to get up there. So you realize you have to be politically correct for you to get maybe a fund from the whatever it is.
Now, there has always been a norm. Not only in 2024 when the Gen Zs decided to oppose the finance bill 2024-2025, but nearly in every election, we always have demonstrations, people doing their things. What is your opinion on this? Is it that there is some gap in accountability of our leaders? Or what lessons should we learn? And recently we've seen how youths have behaved. They've even mobilized themselves to go register as voters, to go on the street. Is it a wake-up call to leaders and telling them that, okay, wake up, you see guys, we are not the same? Or how do you see all this? What is your opinion about all this? What is happening?
Matthew,
in reference to the behaviors of our youth and the Gen Zs.
If every reader committed to generally understand morally that you vie either to win or lose and accommodate the two, that I can win or I can lose, then we can be thinking correctly. Now, we have made some things look like do or die.
Yeah.
Presidents, for example, in this country, it looks like a do or die thing.
Yes.
A president has to do something, he has to win. That kind of scenario shouldn't be there. I think, in my own opinion, to calm down this after election chaos, it is to make the seat of presidency unattractive.
Okay.
In fact, if you want to be a president, you better not even. There's a way we can come up with to make it unattractive. There's a time I went to one of the European countries.
Yes.
I was heading the delegation from Kenya, and we were meeting the foreign affairs minister of that country. In fact, specifically Estonia. When I served as CEO of KTA, I was head of delegation from Kenya. Can I tell you, we were waiting for a convoy with flags, police riders, and everything. Somebody dropped from a bus, and I was introduced that this is the foreign minister for this country. That one took me aback. So in those countries, they have made these big jobs unattractive. So if you ask me, we need to make these jobs, right from the MCA, the senator, MP, everybody, let those jobs be a service.
So we don't make them look like get rich quick process.
If we make it look that way, that's when everything becomes like you do or die.
Yeah.
Make it a service orient. If you want to give service, just come. No, even there's no payment. Remove CTF from the MP. Yeah, give him small salary. And then these offices will become unattractive. People will go to the farm and do some business. So that's one way. Number two, I'll talk to my youth in Kenya directly as my brother and actually sisters, because they are all involved.
Yes.
This is our country. We aren't not to destroy it when we watch.
Yeah.
There are some things happening in other countries like South Africa. You see xenophobia. We don't need to go that route. Killing a brother because of a politician.
Yes.
In fact, many of my followers, I'm educating them. Don't kill somebody because I never won.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable by rules, but I would have given my best to the slot.
Yes.
I, by knowing I have got credentials, I, by knowing I will serve well the people of Kajiado. But if they have another opinion about me,
you'll respect
I could respect it and move on with life. People should look in leadership in that way. You don't need to say you have to win.
Yeah.
That is where we have problems. And then you go and fund youth to go and maybe shout at someone or even beat somebody or even kill. And the same spirit I would ask the government, especially the police, to calm down.
Yeah.
They should know these youth are actually their sons and daughters.
True.
Don't shoot somebody's son to die.
True.
If you want to discipline that person, arrest him, give him some canes and leave him free. Next time he will not even be on the street.
Yeah.
If you want to lead is violent, shoot him on the leg. Why should you shoot to kill?
Yeah.
Maim. That is what the Constitution says.
Yeah.
So let's explore those things and let even our police know. After this, the Constitution will come for you.
Yeah.
You shoot somebody's son, it will be in your mind throughout.
True. True.
It's not the right thing. So I will ask the youth to take up their boats and make nice decisions, valid decisions, and know Kenya is our place for all.
Now, as we wrap it up, Mheshimiwa,
Yes.
in around 2 minutes, and this will be my last question, why do you think the people should vote you as a senator and not others?
In the last election, 2020.
Talk to the people of Kajiado. Why you, as Alfayo, you think you deserve to become the next senator of Kajiado County? As we wrap it up.
All right. My people of Kajiado, I've got to look at you at the face and tell you, my name is Alfayo. I've been in this space of Kajiado for quite some time, almost 25 years. People were born 25 years ago, are adults now. They have started their own life. One thing that I have looked through our county is that our resources that we have naturally are misused. And I've seen the leadership before coalescing because they may be speaking one language and they agree to squander money belonging to all people of Kajiado. So I'm coming in this space to make a difference. I'm coming to give a chance and create that opportunity that Makoa of today Wambua of today, or Tuke like me of today, or Tieno, and even Kamau can have an equal chance in Kajiado. And that is exactly what we need to tell our kids. And those ones we are going to compete with, let us compete on ideas, let us compete on values, let us have our manifesto and sell it to the people of Kajiado. I'm coming to your houses, I'm coming near you, and I will be talking about how to beautify and make Kajiado better for all of us again. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Let's do this again. And thank you so much for creating time and for having us. I really appreciate, and I wish you all the best as you represent the people of Kajiado County. As I said earlier, guys, before we become who you are, we are first Kenyans. And when we are going to vote, let us vote Kenya first, so that by the end of the day, we can have good leaders. A voting day, an election day is not just any other holiday, but we should take it serious and knowing that whoever we are going to elect will represent us, will determine what become of our country for the next 5 years. Let's do this again.